We're going to look at matrix multiplication right here. This is the last thing for this section right now. And then this will go actually quite quickly, and then you guys will have time to work on it in class. And then tonight, I want you guys to watch a video for our next lesson. Tomorrow is a shortened period. We'll just spend time working in class, or I'll answer some questions to begin with, and then to give you guys time to work on it. I'll roam and help you guys so you guys can do our next assignment. All right, so matrix multiplication. This, I'm going to try to use a bunch of colors to try to help with you guys, since, you know, I'm making the video too, and I can't, like, show you guys with my fingers and, like, move in front of you in front of the video. I can only show you what's on the screen. So, I mean, since you guys are in class, I'll show you with my hands too up on the screen, but this is how you do it. When you multiply matrices, you first need to make sure that the orders are the same. And one thing you have to remember is that to figure out the order, you look at the number of rows, and you say, it's this many rows by this many columns. It's always rows and then columns. And I'm trying to think of like a cool way to remember that, and I can't. Can't think of a cool way to remember it. I always think of like if it's alphabetical order first, and it's not in alphabetical order because C would come before R. So if you guys come up with a cool way to remember that, let me know. I want to know. All right. So what's the order for this first matrix? It is a 2 by 3. There's 2 rows, and then there's 3 columns. So 2 by 3. And the next one, what's the order for this one? It's a 3 by 2. Now, something to remember is that in order to multiply the matrices, these numbers have to be the same. They have to match. And then when we're done, our answer is going to be a 2 by 2, like the outside ones. If these numbers don't match, you know, this 3 and this 3, they don't match, then you cannot multiply them together. And you will see why in a minute. Because it's crazy. It's weird. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get busy now. All right? I go left to right on this matrix, and I go from up to top to bottom on the second matrix. So this is how it works. 1 times negative 2. What's 1 times negative 2? Oh, it's negative 2. And then I'm going to add 0 times 1. You see how I'm going across and down? I'm going right and down. This is how you multiply matrices. And so that's 0 plus. And then you go 3 times negative 1. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. That is my first number in the matrix. I have to add all of those up first to, you know, actually get the number, but that's going to be my first number in the matrix. The next one, the next number that we're going to work on is a number that goes right here. But this time we're going to go to the next row, so it's going to be 2 times something. But we're going to stay in the same row, or same column, I should say. So 2 times negative 2. What's 2 times negative 2? Wait. 2 times negative 2. Negative 4. And then we're going to add, what's negative 1 times positive 1? Negative 1. And then we're going to add the last one, which is negative 2 times negative 1, which is 2. Okay, now, it kind of makes sense when you think about it, and then like you're like, oh, it makes sense, and then you lose it. It's really weird. See, check this out. This is the first row, right, in my new matrix. And look, it comes from the first row in this matrix. Look, this is also the first column in the matrix, and it comes from the first column in this matrix. So the row comes from this one, the column comes from this one. That's why we're going to get a 2 by 2. This one right here is from the second row, and it's from the first column. See, this is in the second row in the first column. Do you kind of see that? All right, let's do the other ones. Just the more you do it, the better chance you have of understanding it. Okay, so now we're going to come up with this number right here. Now we're going to go 1 times 4, because now we're in the second column. So 1 times 4 is 4. And then we have 0 times 0. And 0 times 0 is just, 0. And then we have 3 times 1. And 3 times 1 is 3. So we're adding 3 to it. Now we go to our next one. Our next row, 2 times 4. So now we're using the same column again. 2 times 4 is 8. Then we're going to add -1 times 0, which will give us 0. And then we have -2 times 1. That'll give us -2. Alright, so let's write out our answers. Let's see, -2 plus 0 plus -3 is going to be -5. 4 plus 3 is going to be 7. And then we have -4, -1 is -5 plus 2 is -3. And that is going to give us 6. That is our answer. And notice that this is a 2 by 2. We got the 2's from this. Okay, this next one right here, B, looks a little different. We have a really big matrix right here, a 3 by 3, and we have a little small matrix right here. It just only has one column. What's the order of the first? Oh yeah, I already said it. 3 by 3. And what's the order of the second one?
3 by 1.
Oh, what number do you say first? Rows or columns? Rows. So it's a 3 by 1. Okay, do these numbers match? So we're good. That means we can do it. So you guys ready to do this? Y'all ready for this? Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. We're going to first go 6 times 1. 6 times 1 is 6. Next, we're going to go 2 times 2, which is 4. No, oh, not right there. Plus 4. Okay, remember, we're going left to right here, and we're going from top to bottom here. For the next one, we would go 0 times -3. And so we're going to add that to this. That is our first number in our matrix. Now we're going to go down, just like we did up here. We did this first number first, and then we did this number next. That's what we're going to do now. So now the next number is going to be 3 times 1, which is 3, or plus -1 times 2, which is -2, plus 2 times -3, which is -6. And then, yeah, that's because we went 2 times -3. Okay, 1 times 1. Okay, on our last number, we're on this number right here. 1 times 1 is 1, plus, now we have 4 times 2, which is 8, plus 6 times -3, which is -18. Alright, so now we have our matrix right here. We just have to simplify it a little bit. For the red number, we're going to get 10. The green number, we're going to get -5. And then the purple number, we're going to get -9. That is your answer. Now check it out. What's the order of this? Because we want to. I just want to do that to check. What's the order of this?
3 by 1.
It is 3 by 1. And check this out. 3 by 1. Okay. So they should always match up like that. For your result. So when you guys get something that looks like this, make sure you always check your orders first. So let's check our orders really quick. I gotta show you this because All right, what is this one called? What's the order? It's a 3 by 2. And what's the order for this one?
3 by 4.
That's a 3 by 4. Do these numbers match? No. So you cannot do this one. Okay? Yay! All right, we got some cheers going on. All right, so that's how you guys do matrix multiplication.